paywall ads are the most fucking annoying thing. Paywalls are the most annoying thing ever, and they fucking suck. They suck, especially when like I'm opening an article, or it's like, I think it sucks mainly when it's like news. You open a news article and you're reading, paragraph 1 is done, paragraph 2 is boom done, and then you try to scroll and it's a fucking paywall thing.
Yeah.
How the... Do you share the sentiment?
I do. Yeah, well, yes and no. So essentially, I think it's so right what you were saying yesterday is that actually they kind of have to have paywalls to keep journalism alive, right? Because so much is being dictated by big tech, like Facebook, Google, TikTok, whoever. So that actually a lot of these smaller publications, they need to have these paywalls to survive. Does it make it more aggravating? It's still so aggravating.
Yeah.
Two quick things to say. Firstly, the only thing I've ever subscribed to is called The Athletic. Have you ever heard? Yes, of course. The Athletic. So the reason why I like The Athletic so much is that for football, I'm a big Newcastle fan, and they, rather than like the regular newspapers that were just sort of like right here or there, they're quite a London. I'm from London, but I support Newcastle, who are way up north. A lot of the sports journalism in the UK is very London-based, so northern teams are like an afterthought, whereas The Athletic have dedicated writers for each team. So I was like, boom, I want to read about Newcastle. However, and I don't know if this makes me a bad person. I'm sure many things do, but I use remove if you type in remove paywall or whatever.
Yeah.
I just fire it through that, and I just never have to use a paywall. But I did actually genuinely have a subscription to The Athletic. I think they had like 6 months for like $1 a month. I ended it off. This is so bad. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So essentially, do I agree with paywalls? Well, I guess no, but at the same time, we used to pay for newspapers, so it's silly to think that we can just get all this stuff for free. I don't know. It's a really complex one.
Yeah, I do understand that, like, what is it called? Like the advertising model of news is really poor at the moment. And I think just in general, us, or maybe me, more specifically growing up, like, this era of the internet was called the age of the information, or like the age of information, right? And so now, when it was free for the longest, and now suddenly people are like trying to not monetize, I guess sustainably make a living off of their work. It's like such a foreign concept. Yeah. But I think we're slowly like getting there. Like, more than often, people do have a Netflix subscription. More than often, people do have a YouTube Premium subscription. Yeah. Like, I have a ChatGPT fucking subscription. Yeah. Like, yeah. I think if there's
have all of the above of what you've just said. Yeah, literally.
Like, if there's real value in that, people wouldn't. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm weird with news articles though.
I think what would be good is, because obviously before it was related to newspaper sales, right? And the sales be based on what exclusives you can get. So I would say that if it's obviously impossible to do, but well, maybe not impossible, but if there was some kind of like centralized news body that you subscribe to, and then they dish out to the websites, to the news websites, based on how many views they get, like that could be quite an interesting one. So like, you pay to like New Zealand or whatever, and then if there's a big story about like some celebrity, I don't know, doing something, and stuff get the exclusive rather than the Herald or the Don Post or Don Post stuff. You get my point. And then everyone's going to stuff. They're like, okay, this month stuff got this many clicks, so they get all the money. But then that's open to manipulation by people just putting up crap. So yeah, it's a real tricky situation. But I do obviously, of course, you've got to support journalists, and they do really important work. And we don't want to see big tech get too much power. But at the same time, for people like us, well, for anyone, it's annoying. Man. It really is.
Yeah. And I think there's like a way to go about it rather than like people, the audience is not dumb. If they find value in your work, they will pay for it. And I think it's just a matter of like actually showing your work. Like, do give one article away for free. See what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, yeah.
I don't want to resort to remove paywall. It's bad because journalists' work is so crucial. It needs supporting, and clearly, they need this money and they need to have sustainable models. But at the same time, being teased by anything, like you say, the second paragraph or whatever, being
boils my blood,
like,
man.
Oh God, I'm trying to read about something interesting and you just cut it off. Yeah, not good.